India's COVID-19 case tally crossed 33 lakh mark with 75,760 fresh cases and more than 1,000 deaths in the last 24 hours. The COVID-19 case tally in the country has now risen to more than 33 lakh 10,000 cases, including 7 lakh 25,000 active cases, 25 lakh 23,000 who have been cured, discharged or migrated, and more than 60,000 deaths. This is what the data from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare suggests. Meanwhile, even as the COVID-19 cases showed no signs of abating in India, the Union Health Ministry credited early identification through aggressive testing, comprehensive surveillance and contact tracing, and focus on timely and efficient clinical treatment of patients for the higher number of speedy recoveries and low fatality rate. The Mamata Banerjee-led West Bengal government yesterday announced a lockdown dates for September, saying that the strategy of observing partial lockdown would continue in the state till September 20th. A day after opposition parties slammed the centre's decision to hold NEET and JEE exams amid the COVID-19 pandemic, a call that has seen students across the country up in arms, the Congress has decided to hold a nationwide protest against the government's move in solidarity with the applicants who have expressed worry about a lack of transportation and inevitable crowding if the exams are not postponed. The political move comes after a meeting chaired by Congress interim chief Sonia Gandhi, which saw chief ministers of non-NDA states including Maharashtra, West Bengal, Punjab, among others, in attendance. She urged the states to approach the Supreme Court against conducting exams during pandemic. Supporting the demand for postponement of NEET and JEE examinations in view of the coronavirus pandemic, 7 chief ministers of non-BJP ruled states on Wednesday decided to jointly move to the Supreme Court on the issue. Parties like DMK and Aam Aadmi Party also joined the growing chorus against holding the NEET and JEE exams at a time when COVID-19 cases are rising across the country. Battling for the students who are demanding postponement of the exams due to COVID-19, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi also urged the central government to listen to their grievances and find an amicable solution. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Thursday asserted that a fair and inclusive COVID-19 vaccine access strategy should have been in place by now and said that the government alleged unpreparedness is alarming. Gandhi had earlier demanded that the government clearly define an inclusive and equitable vaccine access policy to ensure its affordability and fair distribution. Human trials on various COVID-19 vaccines are currently underway across the world, including in India. The centre has set up an expert committee to engage with all the stakeholders, including the state governments and vaccine manufacturers, and its terms of reference, including selecting suitable vaccines, their procurement and delivery, and prioritizing groups to administer them. TikTok's chief executive officer Kevin Mayer has quit, the company said in a statement. His resignation comes days after the popular short video platform and one of its employees separately sued US President Donald Trump's administration over his executive order banning transaction in the US, calling it a pretext to fuel anti-China rhetoric as he seeks re-election. In a letter to staff, the TikTok CEO said, "It is with a heavy heart that I wanted to let you all know that I have decided to leave the company." TikTok General Manager Vanessa Papas will replace Kevin Mayer on an interim basis. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will chair the crucial 41st GST Council meeting on Wednesday at a time when revenue shortfall and compensation to states has become a major issue. The key agenda of the meeting, which will begin at 11 a.m., is to discuss the matter of unpaid compensation to the states. The matter has been a single point of debate between states and centre for the last few months. Several state finance ministers and chief ministers have alleged the centre of violating the constitutional rights by not honouring compensation due to the states. The centre had earlier said it would not be able to pay compensation to states for the current fiscal. States have not been compensated for the months of May, June, July and August.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.